In this next lesson, what we're going to do, let me show you what we're going to do. So the finished version looks like this. So if you look at my finished website, at the very top here, what I've done is I've taken out all my JavaScript, okay, and I've stuck it into this file here. So you've seen this stuff. You've seen this before. You recognize these functions. I talked about them very briefly. Now the difference is, instead of them being in this document, I've taken them out so that they're in here. All right. So the reason for that is now let me compare it to where we're going to start out with. All right. So I'm just going to close off these two files. Okay, and I'm going to go to my website that I'm working on. Okay, and go to my template, and I'm just going to open any one of my web pages here. In my template, the difference is what I have right now is that my JavaScript coding is inside of my template, and therefore when I save my template into and it applies the change to the rest of my web pages, that JavaScript coding is also embedded in all my web pages. So I have actually kind of a visual way of showing this to you. So in Photoshop, what I have here is what you see here at the bottom is my HTML pages. Okay, each my HTML pages has, in green here, all the HTML stuff, but all of these pages have the same JavaScript coding embedded with them. All right. So I guess it's really this is a pretty good solution. It's not bad, but the thing is that each of these JavaScript coding is exactly the same. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to do this. Okay, what I want to do is I want to have a file called rollover.js, like a separate file, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to link my my HTML files to this JavaScript file. So it's going to look visually, it's going to look something like this. So what I've done here is I linked each one of these files to my JavaScript file. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the JavaScript coding from each of my web pages, and I'm going to put it into here instead. Alright, so visually it looks like this. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the JavaScript coding out of each file, okay, out of each HTML file, and I've stuck the JavaScript coding inside of one rollover.js file. And in short, the reason for that is if I were to make, let's say, a slight change to my JavaScript file, all I need to do is I need to change this one file, and that automatically applies a change to every single HTML document. And the reason for that is because the JavaScript is not located in each document. All right, the JavaScript, the HTML document all look to the same file to get the JavaScript coding. So it's very easy for me to modify one single file, all right, and to have those changes apply automatically to each one of the HTML files that is linked to my one single rollover.js. It's just a good habit to get into. It's I guess more of a professional way of doing things. All right. So let's get moving on this, and let's get ready to do this. All right. So I'm going to start from my desktop again, and okay, so I'm going to open up Dreamweaver, and I'm going to open up my template file. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go File. I'm going to go File, New, and I want to start a blank page, and I want to start a JavaScript page. Create. So here's my JavaScript page. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go File, Save As. And just because I'm going to save my JavaScript file right inside my where I save the rest of my web pages, and I'm going to call this one rollover.js. And what type of file is it? This is going to be a JavaScript file. Sorry, this is going to be a JavaScript file. And there it is. Okay, so here's my JavaScript file, and here it is here. So what I'm going to do here in this main document.dwt is So you see here now, if I'm not using this properties panel, I can close it. Alright, so here is my JavaScript from here to here. Be careful, this is not JavaScript, this is HTML. You can tell by the tag and the open bracket and the close bracket. This is not JavaScript, this is HTML. You can tell again by the by the close. Now this is JavaScript, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to go Control X, and over here I'm going to on line 2, I think I'm going to paste it here. Alright, save my rollover.js file. Okay, now in this one here, I could get rid of these 2 comment tags. I don't really need them, and also the script tags, I could put them on the same line, save it, and update the pages. Alright, now if I were to go to my pages now, hit F12, you're going to notice that the rollovers don't work anymore. The reason why the rollovers don't work is because the JavaScript is no longer inside of this file. So on mouse out is looking for this JavaScript coding, okay, but it's not finding it here. And the reason why it's not finding here is because we just put it in here. So what we need to do is we need to link the main template into this file here, and when we save the template, it should apply that change to everything else. Alright, so this is how you make the link. So you need to look for the script type equals text.javascript, and in this case here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a manual edit. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, now this next part here is also highlights a really cool feature in Dreamweaver, so I hope you really pay particular attention to what I'm going to do in the next little bit. Now this is an HTML tag called script. Alright, this is an attribute called type, and this is a value called type JavaScript. Now if I put the cursor here right after the last quote, hit spacebar, okay, what you see here is a little drop down list of the other, now listen carefully, the other possible attributes that relate to the script tag. I just want to use one called src. Alright, and then it enters it here automatically for me, and it's asking me to browse. What file do I want to refer to? I want to refer to rollover.js. Okay, and that's it. So you notice how I coded this basically without typing anything in. I just hit spacebar and point and click with my mouse, and it automatically added it for me. Okay, so now when I hit save and update the rest of my pages, alright, now if I were to look at this, okay, so if I were to hit F12 on my template, now I'm actually viewing the template, but if I click anywhere here, okay, first you notice that now I am in fact viewing the rest of my web pages, and I have my links working again, and each page is working as expected. The rollovers are working as expected. So in summary, what I've done is I modified the template file. So I basically took out all the JavaScript coding, and I stuck it all into the same folder here, or the same file here. Okay, now, and what I've done here is I linked the template using this line here, and specifically this attribute and value. I linked the template to this JavaScript file, and when I saved this template, it automatically updated all the rest of my pages that are based on this template. So everything works. And just to get in a little more detail, if you were to open actually one of these pages, okay, and you were to actually look at the code in the Dream. Now I opened book.html, which is based on this template. You notice here that Dreamweaver didn't simply add the coding into the file. It actually changed it a bit. Have a very close look at this src equals rollover.js, and have a look. Go back to the template and look at it here. src. You notice that it's different. Okay. You notice that in the template it includes a /pages /rollover.js, but in book.html it doesn't include that /pages. All right, it's different. The reason for that is because if you notice that the JavaScript file is in the same folder as the rest of my web pages, but in the template, okay, the JavaScript file is not located in this templates folder. So from the templates here, from this template here, I'd have to back up and then go into web pages and then find my rollup.js. Okay,